friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Winnie BLV, Mouth of the South. No intro, no outro, just this ho. How's it going today? Hope you guys are having a fabulous Tuesday. So today we're doing purse hacks. Hack your life. Yes, just a few little things. And also, somebody sent me a little bag from Amazon and I wanted to show you. And it's available. I'm going to give you a promo code for that. So just some little things I've picked up here and there, being a bag lover. I do have a story time for you today. Yes! This is the story. So, my husband and I, one time, took a trip. I know, all of my stories, the best ones are about us taking a trip. So, we took a trip to Hawaii. And it was with a bunch of other business people in town, 40 or 50 of us. We all flew down and then we stayed in Maui. And so one night we did a luau, the whole group. They set up a luau for us at the Hilton. We weren't staying at the Hilton, but they, vanned us over in a van, took us over in a van and we experienced that. But when we got to the Hilton, as we were walking into the luau, it was right on the beach. So we looked over and there was all these cameras and they were focused on one couple. We couldn't really see them because it was so far away. But somebody, we were talking in the crowd and they said, it's Young and the Restless. The Young and the Restless are filming. Danny Romalotti and Phyllis had a wedding in Hawaii. I know, you diehard Young and the Restless fans are like, wait, what? So, yeah, it did not air, apparently. We kept waiting and waiting and waiting, but it never did air. Apparently, the gal who played Phyllis, I can't remember her name right now. I can see her plain as day. At that time, she, I think, went off the show. They replaced her for a minute. But anyway, I think she came back. They scrapped the whole thing. And so, of course, me and a bunch of gals sat and, waited and I guess, stalked them. So, they had to sort of come in off this little pathway and go into the hotel that way. So we waited and waited, and they finally did finish shooting. It was right at, dusk. I guess that's the best time to shoot on a beach. I don't know. They had all these, screens. It was weird. It was cool, but weird. And so, of course, I think his name is Michael Damian, is that right? He comes, I cannot remember her name, but anyway, he and her, they come walking up, and of course, 10 or 12 of us are like, oh, give me your autograph, oh my gosh, Now, the girl who played Phyllis, and if I'm lying, I'm dying, I'm not telling any untruths here, or lies. She was not approachable. We won't call her the B word, but she was just not very approachable. She did not want any of that life. But the guy that played Danny Romalotti, I think his name's Michael Damian, he was very nice, very cool, signed all of our stuff. Now, here's the thing that happened. I had a little clutch bag, okay? And I do this with every celebrity. I took out a little piece of paper, or I don't know where I got this paper, but anyway, we had paper, somebody gave us paper, and pens, and I always ask every celebrity, I don't care if it's man or woman, I will always ask this. I always ask them to write, thanks for last night, and then, their signature. I just think that's funny, okay? So, in true star fashion, he did it. He did that, and he put a little heart next to his name. Cool. I, pushed the paper down in my clutch. We went and enjoyed the luau. Everything was great. Now, my husband, meanwhile, the men weren't standing around waiting they didn't care. So, they didn't see any of this go down. I shoved the autograph in my clutch bag, went about my business. We finally ended up back at our hotel in Ka'anapali, and we, instead of, my husband must have been hammered, but he was like, I'm going to go on up to bed, and I ended up staying up for a while, and, just hanging out with the girls, us drinking, having a good time. I mean, we had a good day, right? So, whenever I came in, I just sat down my clutch, went to bed. Cool. Everything good so far. Next morning, my husband and I decide we want to sleep in a little bit and we're going to get room service. So we call, we get pancakes or whatever, okay? And when the guy comes, I'm still like snoozing, and my husband says, "Hey, babe, do you have any ones or whatever? I'm going to tip the guy." Sure, of course. Get in my bag I had last night. Y'all, you know exactly where this went. My husband, oh my gosh. First of all, I don't think he realized that it was the autograph we'd gotten from the guy from The Young and the Restless first. He just opens a note that says, "Thanks for last night." Has a heart and a guy's signature scratched out. Ooh, girl, the Ka'anapali Embassy Suites. They was about to kick us out. We got into a fight. You heard an epic fight about that. Oh my gosh, I was ready to divorce because he was ready to runnoft. It was a scene, and he was like, "Who's this guy?" And I finally convinced him, like, "This is the guy from Young and the Restless. We saw him on the beach. It's his autograph. You know I do that thing. Don't even trip." And furthermore, if Danny Romalotti had had all this, I told him, I was like, he'd have his bags packed and knocking on my door, honey, trying to get back to it. Oh, God. On to purse hacks. Yes. Okay, I've been trying to figure out, remember this YSL pouch I bought? So all summer long, I've been trying to figure out how to crossbody it because it comes with this one little thing. And as much as I paid for it, I want it to be a crossbody too. I think you guys have heard me whine and moan about that. So I noticed that when I got it, there is a little tiny hole from the zipper. I mean, it was already there. I didn't make it. From the zipper into the bag. So my wheels got turning on this girl. So I was like, I'm doing this. So MacGyver 101, here we come. I found a D-ring, which I bought a whole pack of D-rings on Amazon. These are not the right size. Ultimately, I would like to have a small one that matches, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. But anyway, I just decided that I would. So I took the hairband, got a little hair tie, take that and put it through, and then, you know, sort of loop it in. You know how that goes. So now you got this end hanging out. So what I did was I took a pin cap because I don't want to take anything sharp to help guide this rubber band in here because this is leather and, you know, like I said, this was not a cheap bag. I don't want to ruin it. So I just took this, and I'll speed the camera up while I'm doing this, but all I did was I poked this through the hole and then tied a knot in the back of this to create the D-ring, and I will show you now. Okay, so that took forever because I don't know why. I just wasn't catching it with the pin cap right. But use whatever you want as long as you don't want to damage your bag. I wouldn't use a screwdriver or anything sharp or a knife. That's just crazy talk. But yeah, something a little blunt. And I pushed it through there. And now I will show you, I have made this into, I have hacked this thing into a crossbody. And like I said, you would want, I didn't have any D-rings this small, and you can order them all sizes on Amazon. I just wasn't prepared for that. I came up with this idea. I've been working on this video for a while, thinking of different things, and I had 5 or 6 things, and I was like, oh, well, let me show y'all. So there you go. It is now a cross body. So yeah. Girl, we bought some new sneakers. He and I bought the same kind. His are a different color. I had to buy men's because my foot is so fat. Um, so notice that this thing comes with this little tiny chain. I'm not trying to show you the shoe. These were $39.98, by the way. Good deal. I don't know if that was a sale or they're always that way. Okay. So these shoes, you can't wear that little keychain on it. That's annoying. I like to keep these little chains, these little like dog tag chains or whatever that have a little clasp on them. And I was telling you when I did my Amazon haul where I got this little thing, that's what I do with these, is I will use these to attach as a bag charm. Now, I wouldn't do this on anything that was really expensive. This one is fine, and I guess I could put it on there and show you guys on my little bag here. Oh, there you go. That's what how I end up using these little, because I mean, you're not going to use that as a keychain. What, to show that you have soft foam? It's a waste. It really is a waste for companies to do this, but our gain, their loss is our gain. So this one's a little smaller. Usually they're longer than that, and so that way you can make a keychain into a bag charm. You can make these little pins like brooches. This one happened to come with a little pull tab, and like I said, I wouldn't do a very expensive thing like this because, you know, that could pull off of there, and you know, I'd find something a little more sturdy if you were going to do an expensive charm that you didn't have the thing for. But yeah, girl, this works like a charm. See what I did there? It is small, tiny bag season. That's what everybody's into right now. Well, that's what I'm into, and I see a lot of gals with the tiny bags. So, you know that carrying, I don't have a big pill bottle, but you know that carrying a full-size pill bottle in here, Now you can do that in your great big Neverfulls and all that, but these, you want to save as much space as possible. So first thing I suggest is getting a pill case, but even that, girl, I mean, that takes up most of your tiny bag, right? I don't want to do that. So to save space, you could take the little insert that's in there out, which saves some of the space from the bulk of this little protective cover. So then you've got that, but I like to go even a step further and use a discarded old contact case, because you know you have thousands of these laying around your house. We do anyway. So to save space, I'll just stick little pills in here, and we good to go, honey. And that fits in there with no problem. Now, if you wanted to take this a step further, you could actually just cut this little thing in half. This one's made to where you could take some snips and just, boom, cut that in half. I don't know. I'd be kind of leery about the edges, make sure they're not sharp. But yeah, that is a good hack. I saw this on a video years ago. Somebody posted, and I would credit that person, but I, for the life of me, cannot remember that long ago. But I didn't make this one up. But man, was that a good tip. Tiny bag tip number 1. As you all know, this strap that goes on this, I guess I'm just using this bag today to show you everything. Why not? She's great, and I love her. But I did get an extender, because you all know that I take up a little territory around this way. So the strap that came with that, I think is 42 or 43 inches. Whew, she came up under my rib cage, man. She was not, I wasn't playing with that. So I decided to go online to organizemybag.com, and I ordered an extender. And I love this little chain. It's very, you know what? You pay a little more for these, and I'll give you all, I've got a coupon that you can use, a promo code WinnieBLV10, but it comes in a cute little pouch. But yeah, you will pay a little more than, say, you went on Amazon and got one. I could have got one on Amazon for, I could have bought one on Amazon for what, $6, $7, $10. But I wanted something that would last and that looked good, and I think these are really good. Um, they're just short of the Louis Vuitton clasp. I mean, they're so cute. So anyway, I can use that now on the Felici chain that I have, which is also the same. It's 42, 43 inches. But what you do is you just take this, it's got just a link right here. Just, it doesn't even have a fastener because you use your fastener with it. But so now you've got that much more extension. What did I get? 7 or 8 inches. Tell your friends. I want to brag about that. But anyway, I can't remember what. I'll post it in the description in the little box. Girl, I'm not trying to be nasty. It just comes natural. Okay. So this puts this strap perfect, and I don't mind this because it matches the hardware on the bag. I don't really. I'm not mad about it. And I wore it last weekend. Just, yes, girl. So now she is just right. So if your strap is bugging you, definitely go on there and check out what they have. They have 3 different sizes. So if you don't need a whole lot, this was the biggest one because I was like, I'm going to need some inches. Oddly enough, I've said that before. Girl. This has turned into a real smut show. Okay, so carrying a wallet into the store takes both hands. I'm not about that life. I'm trying to turn a wallet into a crossbody. And the simple addition of a chain. I got this chain that looks kind of Chanel-esque on Amazon. I will link it if it's still available. It's been a long time ago. But that's what I got this chain for, was to turn this bad boy. Well, actually I got it because my Chanel bag, I thought I could put chains on it, but you couldn't. So anyway, that was my next thought, was this deal. So what I do is, so remember this Chanel, I got this wallet pretty cheap one time because it's got some pin in it, and also these the silk holder that keeps your cards. I pulled it out because it was just hanging by a thread in there. So I decided, you know what? I'm not about to carry this little jewel when I go into a store. I'm fixing to crossbody it or shoulder it. And so that's just what I do now. I do have that longer chain that I could put on there. I'll show you that. But this one doesn't work as well. There's sort of a little gap in there. But let me show you the other one. So I've got a really long chain that I bought for something else, another piece that I'm going to show you guys at some point. But, so this one closes fine, this little chain, and it works incredibly well. So now you've got another little walk on the your wallet on chain instead of, you know, I didn't buy it that way, but honey, you spend so much for wallets, you know, why not? You guys have the Insolite or Ensolite wallet like this. It's huge. This works great because, I mean, look at this thing. She's almost like she's actually as big as a tiny bag. Like, she's bigger than a lot of bags. She's got a lot of room in there. So I like the blue in this, and this came from my MCM bag. So what you can do on this deal, because I love that blue, hardware's a little different, but nobody's going to see the hardware inside of it, is I just put her like that. You could even loop it through that little hole, but I don't do that. So there you go, girl. Yes, and she will snap back. So yes, I like this because I like the blue and the blue match. So if you had a pink one, you could do that. Like, it's so good. All right, and one of the last hacks that I have today, I'll probably have some more for you, but this is just all I could think of today. I bought this from Amazon, and it's sort of a stiff felt insert. And remember my Lady Dior purchase that I still haven't gotten a quote from my lady on. I guess she doesn't want to do it, but I'll find somebody. I thought this bag has a little tendency to crinkle because of somebody, I don't know if the way they stored it, but it's just, that's just the way it is. So I wanted her to stand up stiff because most of these do. And ultimately, that's what we all want in life. All right, girl. Yes, I'm not missing a beat today. So anyway, I bought this. I measured the bag. I, went by the measurements on Amazon. I think this was 12 something. Not very much. And I really didn't get it for the bag organizer part. I just got it for the stiffness of it to stuff in here to see if it would. Oh, and it does. It just fits, girl. Okay. Now, if I can, oh, it fits really snug too. Let me see if I can push it down more. Yep, she's in. She is in, honey. I won't touch that one, sorry. All right, so pushing it down here. Now, she's in. What do you guys think? It did work. It's stiff now. I mean, it's standing up as much as it should. That's perfect. Yes. So if you have a bag that does not stand anymore and you want it to, I'll link this. And that was a great fix, though. The last thing on the video today is actually not a hack. It's just an actual little bag that somebody sent me. It was a seller from Amazon. They reached out, wanted to know if I would show some of their products, and I was like, sure, send them to me. I don't say no. I was telling Yoda this yesterday. I forgot to sing you a song, Yoda. I will next video. I'm sorry. I had one planned out for her and everything. God, I forget everything. But she said, you really are a hoe, aren't you? I was like, yeah, I never say no. But anyway, this was a cute little, and they're giving you 43% off. I'm going to link this and link you, there's a pink one and this black one that they are giving the discount on. It's a tiny little bucket bag. I thought it was sweet. It was cute. $12 and, hold on. So 43% off with the code that I link, and it is $12.59 with the code. It was cute though. I thought it, why not? Yes. And you can crossbody this because it does come with your little crossbody strap. I would probably want to use one of these on it. That'd be cute, wouldn't it? Let's try it. There's another hack for you. I just change chains and straps, and I know all of y'all probably do that, but I just don't like, usually I don't like what comes on bags. Or I do like it, but I just love it on a different bag, like that MCM. That went perfect on my multicolor Ensolite. Insolite, Ensolite, I don't know. Sometimes I'll look up the pronunciation to these things, and I don't know. So yeah, that does look cute with that little, I like it. I mean, for 12 bucks, hello. Cute. So there you go. Girl, yes. Live your best life with this little tiny, tiny bucket bag. I'm going to link all the things that I can today that I've shown you, and hopefully you'll get the promo code on the extender from organizemybag.com, and you will also get 43% off this little tiny bag on Amazon, honey. Okay, so anyway, have yourselves a great day. I'll be back here, what's today, Tuesday? I don't know, Thursday or Friday. I really don't have anything planned, but hell, I'll think of something. All right, guys, remember, so important, if y'all see my husband, don't tell him nothing. Bye. Gross. I got on yoga pants today, and my belly is sitting on my lap. That is not a good look.